Another Savior, holy, 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 another Savior, holy, 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 holy,
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPF families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 this another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 this another Savior. Holy, 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 this another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. Iyamadika yabika kwa namno. Hey, anamekele maduche before. One memo, it's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing along, holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu, it's another Savior. When I sing along, holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu, it's another Savior. When I sing along, holy, 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 holy. Getting with the right thing, getting with the faster now. Holy, 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 it's another Savior. Holy, holy, getting with the right thing, faster, never freedom. It's another Savior. Yeah, for freedom. Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu, it's another Savior.
another Savior, holy, 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 another Savior, holy, 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 holy,
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPF families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 this another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 this another Savior. Holy, 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 this another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, it's another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafra to victory. Iyamadika yabika kokwana mnuwa. Hey, anamekele mazuche before. Manemo, it's an honor having you on board. Wanna sing along.
Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another savior.
Gonna sing along.
Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another savior.
Wanna sing along.
Holy,
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 holy, holy, holy, holy,
Nnamdi
holy.
Kanu is another
Getting with
savior.
the right thing, getting with the fast now.
Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy, holy,
Getting with the right thing, getting with the fast thing. Not the freedom.
is another savior.
Yeah, for freedom.
Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another savior.
Biafra, the land of the rising suns. Onye si n'ọgaga dị ndụ hụkwa ndị Igbo, alili ga-erishi ya o. Onye si n'ọgaga dị ndụ hụkwa Biafra, ili ga-erishi ya o. Anyị bụ ụmụ Chukwu okike abịa ma ihe anyị chọrọ bụ nnwere onwe. Anyị ejeghị mmadụ ọbụla ụgwọ, onye biri ka ibe ya biri. Maka ebe bere ugo bere nụ, ọ bụkwa ọfọ n'ogu ka anyị ji aga. Ka anyị gbawa mbọ anya dara mba, anyị jisike anyị nwee mmeri. Enye I were off for you. I got to define a show. Chukwu okike kere eluigwe n'ụwa, nnabịa n'ụlọ olumo. Anyị enweghị Chukwu ọzọ ewezụga ga-eji ụzọ ndị agha. Anyị ebughị anya kọtọ gị, ihe anyị chọrọ bụ nwere onwe anyị. N'aka ndị nwere obi ọjọọ, n'aka ndị ama n'oke ọchịchọ. Ọsọkwa aka egburu egbe na mma, o nweghị ya ga-enwu Chukwu. Ọ bụzi mmadụ ole ka unu ga-egbu. Ihe anyị ma bụ oji ọfọ gara. Onye si n'ọgaga dị ndụ hụkwa ndị Igbo, alili ga-erishi ya o. Onye si n'ọgaga dị ndụ hụkwa Biafra, ili ga-erishi ya o. Anyị bụ ụmụ Chukwu okike abịa ma ihe anyị chọrọ bụ nnwere onwe. Anyị ejeghị mmadụ ọbụla ụgwọ, onye biri ka ibe ya biri. Maka ebe bere ugo bere nụ, ọ bụkwa ọfọ n'ogu ka anyị ji aga. Ka anyị gbawa mbọ anya dara mba, anyị jisike anyị nwee mmeri. I will roll for you. I got to define a show. Biafra, the land of the rising suns. Onye si n'ọgaga dị ndụ hụkwa ndị Igbo, alili ga-erishi ya o. Onye si n'ọgaga dị ndụ hụkwa Biafra, ili ga-erishi ya o. Anyị bụ ụmụ Chukwu okike abịa ma ihe anyị chọrọ bụ nnwere onwe. Anyị ejeghị mmadụ ọbụla ụgwọ, onye biri ka ibe ya biri. Maka ebe bere ugo bere nụ, ọ bụkwa ọfọ n'ogu ka anyị ji aga. Ka anyị gbawa mbọ anya dara mba, anyị jisike anyị nwee mmeri. I will roll for you. I got to define a show. Chukwu okike kere eluigwe n'ụwa, nnabịa n'ụlọ olumo. Anyị enweghị Chukwu ọzọ ewezụga ga-eji ụzọ ndị agha. Anyị ebughị anya kọtọ gị, ihe anyị chọrọ bụ nwere onwe anyị. N'aka ndị nwere obi ọjọọ, n'aka ndị ama n'oke ọchịchọ. Ọsọkwa aka egburu egbe na mma, o nweghị ya ga-enwu Chukwu. Ọ bụzi mmadụ ole ka unu ga-egbu. Ihe anyị ma bụ oji ọfọ gara. Onye si n'ọgaga dị ndụ hụkwa ndị Igbo, alili ga-erishi ya o. Onye si n'ọgaga dị ndụ hụkwa Biafra, ili ga-erishi ya o. Anyị bụ ụmụ Chukwu okike abịa ma ihe anyị chọrọ bụ nnwere onwe. Anyị ejeghị mmadụ ọbụla ụgwọ, onye biri ka ibe ya biri. Maka ebe bere ugo bere nụ, ọ bụkwa ọfọ n'ogu ka anyị ji aga. Ka anyị gbawa mbọ anya dara mba, anyị jisike anyị nwee mmeri. I will roll for you. I got to define a show.
I thought of Biafra freedom taking longer, and cause of that you tend to feel so low. I know our freedom is your greatest hunger. I thought of Biafra kiss your heart aglow. We will walk the line, this hell that we've known with time. Gotta take it away. Just hold on and don't let go. Hold on, do not let go. Just hold on and don't let go. Your friend's just a step away. Just hold on. Oh, hold on, do not let go. Just hold on and don't let go. Your friend's just a step away. Our history has never known no laughter. It's always been this red and black, no green. A nation of this blessed yet hungry people. We shine a brighter light, the world will see. We will touch the skies instead of a throne on high, and reign without God. Just hold on and don't let go. Hold on, do not let go. Just hold on and don't let go. Your flight's just a step away. Just hold on. Oh, hold on. Just hold on and don't let go. Your flight's just a step away. Tell me now, can't you see and don't you know? The first just decided that you know this a point of no return. The first just the voice of radio is calling out to you, my brother. The first just to say get up, stand up, and don't give up the fight. Hold on. Just hold on. Your friends just a step away.
Good morning, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are, this very day, the 21st day, Friday, the 21st of August, in the year of our Most High Elohim, Chukwukikabiyama Prumi, and in the 2020, with the time now standing at precisely 2 minutes past 7 a.m. in the blessed land of Biafra, and I should presume with every accuracy and certainty the same number of minutes past the top of the hour. Regardless of where you're domiciled, we are welcoming you to our interactive question and answer session. This very day, that every doubt may be cleared, that any questions, any issues, any controversies that you may have will be clarified, explained, lectured, and tutored to the understanding of everybody, even those who are not gifted with the discerning spirit. I welcome you this very morning, a very crisp morning, It could be your afternoon. It may be your evening. And for some people, it could be their midnight, because we are listened to right across the entire 24 time zones of this very planet. To those people, I say good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I know that people are awake, they are listening. I welcome each and every one of you. If you don't have your pen and paper, I wonder how you're going to learn. The reason why most people do not absorb what we teach on a daily basis is because they have no notes to reference or to go back to allow themselves the time, or should I say the latitude, the quietness or the stillness of time to comprehend what we lecture about, what we teach about for their own benefit. If you have not downloaded IPOB Community Radio app, I suggest you do so. It is low usage. As you all well know, Facebook is doing all they can to suppress, to limit our audience. They are not stopping us. They are not deterring us. We are moving ahead relentlessly because people are listening. I was astonished that despite their suppression and despite the availability of IPOB Community Radio app, people still listened via that very platform, and very close to 1 million people we have reached during our last broadcast. Today, we hope to go one better, to remind all the forces of darkness, all the workers of iniquity, that they cannot prevail over the children of light. That is what we represent. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet Earth, this world. Wherever you are and your IPOB, we are sure and we do hope that you're listening. And by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra, I am the director of Radio Biafra, the director of Biafra Television. From nowhere, we have gotten to somewhere. And today, the world reference, today, the world listen. Today, everybody relies on Radio Biafra for that impeccable truth, that unblemished trust that we have been able to gather over the years, because we remain whiter than white and whiter than snow. Our enemies do not understand it, but we do. That is why anything we put our minds to function. They say that the app is on repeat, that the app is repeating what I have said. According to people, let us go and see what is happening. It should not be happening. It should not be happening. It shouldn't be on any loop. It should not be repeating. It should not be repeating. So I am surprised that it is. I am absolutely surprised that it is. We are going to refresh our systems to make sure that that is the case. To make sure that that is the case. It's not okay. I want to know if it will take about 30 seconds, please. I want people to check and to let me know that the app is absolutely fine now, because we have reset our systems. We have reset our systems. I have no idea as to why these teething problems are there. I have no idea, but everything seems fine. The control, the console, everything here is okay. And I do hope and pray that the app is finally functioning the way it ought to, the way it should. Before we go on this morning to open our lines, we must pray as it is customary. and tradition for us to do here, to hand over everything that we are doing, everything that we intend to do to the Most High, Chukwu Okike Abịama Pụrụ Ihe Niile. We want to see, yes, please, can somebody please confirm that we are back up and running once again, please, on our app, that our app is live once again. I need that confirmation. It is very, very important that that confirmation comes through. And I also want to thank all of you who are streaming this very broadcast live on YouTube. Those of you who are sharing it on your platforms, because if you are on Facebook, the least you can do is to share it. That is the only way it has disconnected once again. I do not know why that is the case. It is disconnecting. Our app is disconnecting. For some reason, it is reconnecting and disconnecting. I don't know what is going on, but we do hope and pray that it is fine now. But our FM in Biafra land is okay. That I know, and all other platforms as well. Therefore, we must proceed and proceed very quickly and very, very speedily. They said my voice changed from the last broadcast. Yes, it says that the IPOB is repeating itself. It is repeating. I don't know where that is coming from. I don't know what is causing the repeat. I have no idea what is causing the repeat. I do not know, but I do know that we are live and we are there. And I rely on some of you. Humble Man is writing on my Facebook page that it is repeating. I don't know if it has stopped. I have no idea if it has stopped. Please, I need confirmation if the repeat is still there, if it is still looping, or if it has stopped. I just want to know. I would like to know. Thank you very much, all of you who have kindly been reporting what is happening on our platform this very morning. Thank you very much. Thank you. They said the Onisha FM is not working. I don't know why that is the case. Is it still repeating? I don't know. Radio Biafra app is okay, but the IPUB one is repeating. I don't know why. I don't know if Mazi or Forma is awake so they can help guide us through to understand precisely what is happening, because we do not know. I don't understand it. I have no idea why that is the case. I do not know. We are doing the best we can to try and rectify this very problem. So please do try and bear with us. Do try and bear with us. We are doing all we can to try and rectify this very problem with our app, because I want us this very day to broadcast on our app. I want us to come out on our. It was okay before, so I don't understand what the problem could be. I don't know if they have been able to suss it out to try and, as always, try to make life slightly difficult for us, but they can never ever succeed. They have never succeeded in the past and they will not succeed now. So if you bear with me, please, I will attempt to restart our systems. I will attempt to restart our systems. I do not know what is wrong with it. I have no idea what could be wrong with it. So we are going to try to restart our systems once again to see if this teething problem we have with our app could be rectified. We are going to start once again to see if this very problem could be rectified this very morning. I believe it should be okay, but if it is not, then we are going to proceed all the same. The problem is on the new app we are getting. That is what we are being told. Let us see once again. The problem is the new app. Let us hope and pray that it has been fixed, it has been rectified. We must pray, please. We must move very, very speedily to go and pray and then begin to take your calls. Chineke nna nke pụrụ ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịama, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-akpụ isi ala nye, onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa bụ nke gị, onye ndị mmụọ ozi na-eto, Oche eze nna nke brede ngozi nọ n'ime eluigwe. Ndị mmụọ ozi gị wee na-agba ya okirikiri wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị wee na-akpụ isi ala nye gị. Ọ bụrụ ndị okenye oru abụọ na anọ bụ ndị na-atụ mkpọ ọla edo n'ala ha na-asị na ịdị nsọ Chineke nna. Ha niile na-efe gị n'ihi na ọ bụ n'asụsụ eluigwe ka anyị ji wee na-aja gị mma n'ụbọchị nke taa n'isi ụtụtụ a n'ala nsọ nke gị onwe gị kere nna nke igwe. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị eze ebube dị ngọzi ka iwe mere ndị gị amara ka iwe kpuchite ụmụ gị bụ ezinụlọ IPOB nke gị onwe gị ji aka gị wee hiwe. Ka eluigwe na onwe gbaa akaebe ịhụnanya gị n'ime ndụ ndị niile bụ ndị ji nwe ntụkwasị obi. Anyị enweghị olileanya ebe ọzọ ọ bụ naanị gị Chineke nna nke igwe. Gị onwe gị bụ onye na-eme mma. Gị onwe gị sọsọ bụ isi niile nke ndị agha. Ị ga-edu anyị na mpụpụ anyị na mbata anyị eze ebube dị ngọzi. Ị ga-ekwekiri gị wechaa n'ebe anyị nọ ka iwe gosi anyị amara gị na ebere gị. Ka ihe gị wee mụbaa n'ebe anyị nọ. N'ihi na ikwuru anyị nkwa wee si anyị atụla egwu nna nke ebere na ọ bụ anyị onwe anyị ka ị nọnyere. Na ị ga-enyere anyị aka na Biafra bụ nke gị nna nke igwe biko na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye nzọpụta. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye nsọ. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị n'ụtụtụ a nna nke igwe ehihie abalị n'ihi na ụmụ gị gbasara ka ụkpaka n'ụwa niile onye nwe m. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị eze ebube dị ngọzi ka i wee cheta okwu nsọ nke gị na nkwa nke ikwere ndị gị. Na-esi anya atụla egwu mmadụ ọbụla dịka obodo ekwensu si wee nọrọ na ndị niile eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị wee na-akpọ ọkụ gị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị na-asị gị onye kere eluigwe ma kelee ụwa biko mere anyị ebere maka zọpụta anyị n'aka ajọ ihe. Gị nwee bụ Chineke nna eze ebube dị ngọzi nara otuto nara nsọpụrụ nara ịja mgbe onye ime eluigwe eze ndị eze site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi ka anyị na-arịọ gị ise ise ise. We are now going to move on to begin to take your calls. I don't understand. They say the app is running now, sir. The app is okay. Somebody is telling me that the app is now okay. Please make sure that everything is fine where you are. I'm being told that the app is now okay. It was echoing, but it's still audible enough. It was echoing, but audible enough on the app. Very, very important, please. Very, very important. Our lines are open, and as usual, IPOB 2020 at Outlook. Very, very critical. You understand that, please. And as always, people who are seeking to join us for the very first time, I am going to give you a number to call on WhatsApp. WhatsApp calls only, please. WhatsApp calls only. Something is seriously wrong. Is connecting to server. We are having difficulties with our app this very morning. We are having difficulties. It comes and it goes. I don't know what is wrong with it, but I'm sure that in no distant time that Mazi or from will be able to fix that. Very, very important. The line to call is +1 512 955 2807 +1 512 955 2807. That is the number to call on WhatsApp. We also happen to be on Skype. Those of you wishing to get hold of us on Skype, you are more than welcome to do so. On Skype, you can join us on Skype. Very, very important, please. This is happening again, is cutting the lines here. They are cutting. Let us go to the line and see who is there. The caller on the line, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me? Good morning to you, please. Give us your name and where you're calling us from, please, okay, if you may. You're calling from where?
From Genova City.
Yes, please, go ahead. Go ahead.
Mazi or Madike.
Yes, please, go ahead. We're listening. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Mazi, I want to ask a question concerning
concerning what?
Concerning our restoration of Biafra. You know.
Yes, go ahead and ask.
I'm sort of where this morning.
Then try remember it and then you call us back, please. Very, very important to remember. We have another caller on the line, if I'm not mistaken. This very caller, can you hear me? Can you hear me? No, we cannot. They cannot hear me. The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me? They're not paying attention. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Please, your name and where you're calling from. The caller on the line, can you hear me? No, they are no longer there. They are not there. They are not there. If and when they are ready, they should please try and get back to us. If and when they are ready, they should try and get back to us. If you know you're not able to speak to us, then I do recommend that you write in a message. You write in a message. Does that sound different? It's very early in the morning. Of course it is. But I've been awake since 5 a.m. for a long time. The caller on the line, please, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me? You are calling us via Skype. Can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me? No, not at all. Not at all, not at all. They cannot hear us. They cannot hear us. We'll try and go back. My goodness, what is happening today? The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, please. Let us hope that this is the first clean call we'll take this morning. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Hello, my leader. My name is Izundu. I'm calling from London.
Izundu from London. Please go ahead. The world is listening. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, sir. This is the first time I'm getting you, and I'm so happy this morning for my call to go through. I'm just going to make it quick. My leader, first of all, let me thank you and the IPOB for all your efforts, your resoluteness, your never say die spirit, and again, the spirit of Elohim that is with all the Biafrans all over the world. My question is, I've been following you since 2016 actually, and to be honest, I've become a changed person. The way I reason, the way I think, the way I can analyze situation, and the way I see things, and that's actually helped me and has actually put me on a different level. Now, most times I found out that the way
yes, go ahead.
all over the world, especially the ones that is living in the zoo called Nigeria, yeah. The one that lives in the north, the one that lives in probably the west, the one that lives across the whole zoo called Nigeria. I think their problem, or one of the issues they are having, why they are sabotaging this struggle, this freedom, is personal selfishness. The reason why I say that is because some of them, the ones that lives in the northern part, let's say they've managed to set up a business, they've managed to grow the business, they're probably billionaires all over the north, or the one in the west, in Lagos, they are billionaires, they have all their businesses and all that. Now, the fear in them is, how are we going to support Biafra or the struggles for the restoration of Biafra and then lose out on all these things we've managed to build all over the years? That is one of the fears. That's why I think they spend so much time and money trying to sabotage this struggle. So my question is there a way you can educate the people in this category that when Biafra comes, your investment will still be intact? Is there some sort of, international backings, international laws, some sort of agreement, that is going to happen to ensure them that, okay, whatever investment you've got is still going to be intact. If you want to come back to Biafra land, that's fine. If you don't want to, at least to an extent, you're not just going to lose out and then come back to Biafra land empty-handed, because I found out this is one of the main fears. They want Biafra to come, but for their own personal reason and selfishness, probably not selfishness, because obviously, if I'm in their shoe, I might behave the same way. However, I live in London. I've got my business. I've got everything I'm doing. If Biafra comes today, if I choose to come down to Biafra land, yes, I can come down and establish my business. If I choose to stay here and visit Biafra land, it's the same thing. So they need this kind of awareness that wherever you are, when Biafra comes, your investment is still intact. So you don't have to sabotage the struggle. You don't have to do everything within your power to make sure that this thing doesn't exist, because it's completely out of your hands. Anyway,
let me start by saying, first of all, that these people that you're talking about, these saboteurs, are they in the majority?
To be honest, I can't really say. I can't really say if they are in the majority or not. But I believe.
So you're saying that hold on. In your assessment and reasoning, you feel that the antics, or should I say the behavior of some of these misguided and disgruntled elements is capable of derailing this very mission. You feel that they are in the majority. If you say you don't know, that means you think that they have a very sizable number capable of troubling us. Is that what you're saying? Because I don't understand. I have not seen these people. I have not heard about these people. I have tried to lecture this over and over again, or to teach about this, that we live in a very digital age. That the zoo government, the Nigerian government, hired a firm in Israel and another one in Russia to try to troll, to generate fake social media online presence to give you the impression that some people may be against what we are doing, which is not correct. Because if you say because of your shop or your chemist that you're running or your rundown hotel somewhere in Jalingo that you don't want Biafra, then one day you will die, and they won't even bring your corpse home. Because ISIS is there, Boko Haram is there, Ansar is there, Al-Qaeda is there, Fulani bandits are there, Muyetiala are there. So one day, if one doesn't get you, the other will get you. I don't want us to give unnecessary credence to people who don't exist. Sometimes most of these things are just the figment of our imagination. People may, of course, come out to express a divergent opinion to that which we hold, which is entirely normal. In every democratic discourse is bound to happen. But what I do not accept for 1 second is that there are, a number of people, significant or sizable, capable of disrupting or truncating what we are doing. It can never happen. I have not seen those people. I get calls from Kanu, I get calls from Yola, I get calls from all over the place. Our people, despite their investments in the north, it doesn't really matter. They understand that the investment is far more secured with Biafra as a sovereign nation than now. Because with Biafra as a sovereign nation, if you touch anybody's business, it will become government and government discussion about compensation. But right now, they can do anything they like to you and they'll get away with it. It's that simple. Anybody who doesn't understand that is mistaken. That is the way I see it. He's mistaken.
Mazi, why I say this is I have a few conversations with my friends. They've got business in the west, in the north, and all that.
How many are there? These are your friends. Are they up to 100?
Okay, but my friends they are not up to 100. But exactly. I believe the same way I've got my friends, other people have their friends saying the same thing.
No, not from those I speak to. I have never come across anybody saying to me that we are against the restoration of Biafra because of our business interests abroad. I have never, to be honest with you, I've never come across, because anybody who reasons along the lines, that is where we teach and we try to educate our people. It doesn't matter where your business is. Your business is in England. People have businesses in Russia, some have in Indonesia, some people have in Thailand, all over the place. People have business interests. There are British people doing business in Biafra land. There are British people doing business in the wider zoo. There are people, everybody, whatever you want to set up, a business concern, you're more than welcome to do so. I cannot, for the life of me, understand what having a business, what it has to do with people trying to be free. I don't get it.
No. I'm not talking about the ones that have got business across Europe or America. I'm talking about the ones that have business in the zoo called Nigeria. Let's say in Kanu, in Kaduna, in Lagos, in Ogun State, in Oyo State. So what their fear is now. If Biafra comes, what happens to our business? Do you understand?
How about if Boko Haram comes? What will happen to their head? Have you asked them that question?
This is one thing.
When Boko Haram comes,
think it that way. They are always selfish. That's why I say these guys are a bit more selfish to themselves. And you know one thing with a typical Igbo man or let's say a black African, yeah, they don't really think of the negative side. They always focus on the positive side. Someone that wants to go into business, you're always thinking about the profit. How about if you lose money? Do you understand? So they are always, if I support Biafra, what happened to my investment? Blah, blah. He has never thought, if you go out there and Boko Haram attack you and then you are gone, the same investment is gone. So what they are saying is, actually this person said to me, please, can you tell your leader to educate people more on...
I'm not going to educate. There is no, listen. There is no better education than Fulani Janjaweedism. There is no better education than Fulani taking over our land. There is no better education than when Boko Haram will come and cut off your head. They will behead you. There will be no better way to explain it to them than when the bombs go off. If they want to die there, that is entirely their business. But they're not going to stop us because nobody is capable of stopping what we are doing. We are not here to beg people or to plead with them or to say to them, oh no, try to reason with us. We are not here to beg anybody. Anybody who doesn't want to join, fine. If your friends want to join us, okay. If they don't want to join us, that's entirely up to them. But for us, we're moving forward and Biafra is coming. I have another caller on the line, please. Your name and where you're calling from. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and direct. Yes, please.
Hello, my leader. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Udogo Biafra. I'm calling from Aba.
From Aba, please go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question. I've been calling. I'm a first caller.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you said that in the new Biafra that you won't be in the government, and it has been troubling me so much because we need people like you in the government. Don't you think so, sir?
No, I don't think so, and I will tell you the reason why I don't think so. We are doing what we are doing, not so that we may become politicians and become political leaders. We are doing it because we want to be free. And I want to be able to try and enjoy life, even if at all that is possible. Because we have been suffering. I have been in this very effort for a very, very long time, and it is not, I will not tell it's an enjoyable one. It's very, very stressful, and I want to at least have a moment of peace and quiet before Elohim will call me and I will answer. So that is why you people are more than capable of producing people that will run Biafra the way it ought to be run. And do not forget, we're going to have a template that every government will follow. We're going to have a 75-year rolling development program that will never stop. It doesn't matter the coloration or shade of the political party in power, they must follow that developmental program. And that is what is most important. Our institutions are more important than personalities. In Biafra land, we are going to build a nation of very strong institutions and not personalities. So wherever you go to in Biafra land, whichever department you're heading, you will find out that people won't even be, given the leeway to mess it up. So I don't necessarily have to be there. Biafrans are capable of producing people that will do a very honest job. Thank you very much for your concern. Thank you very, very much. The caller on the line, can you hear me? I have another caller on the line. Please, your name and where you're calling from, if you may. Yes, please, can you hear me? Your name and where you're calling from?
Good morning. My name is Mazi. I'm calling from the zoo out of Blackness.
You're calling from the zoo itself. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Please, I want to thank you for the things you are doing for us, the indigenous people of Biafra. And I have one question. I have one, it's not a question, it's just, I have one suggestion to make. Well, please, I'm suggesting that, you know that our good work on brothers.
Yes.
Now they are fighting for. I want to suggest that for the things that happened in the past, you should follow them carefully.
Yes. Of course. We are not going to go back. Like everybody there, everybody has his own grievance. And people are quite rightly complaining about, or there were some complaints regarding our stance in the past. But since they have now come out to pursue their own freedom, Oduduwa freedom, things are going to be very, very different. Because mind you that Awolowo was pursuing one Nigeria. That is why I said I will only deal with people who are determined to realize Oduduwa Republic. I am not interested with anybody, any of our brothers from Oduduwa talking about one Nigeria restructuring and all that rubbish. I'm not interested in that. What I want them to do is to pursue Oduduwa, which I have been assured, and that is exactly what they're doing. And you will find out that the mindset of somebody pursuing Oduduwa is markedly different from the mindset of somebody pursuing restructuring. Because when somebody talks about restructuring, what they're telling you is that I can be, rolled over, I can be bought over, I can be cajoled, I can be intimidated, I don't know what I want. But when you talk about Oduduwa Republic, that means you know what you want and you're willing to go and get it. They are the only people who are interested in self-determination are we going to talk to. I don't talk to people who are interested in restructuring. So this very breed of Oduduwa we have right now, they are very, very serious and they are determined. And we are working with them, and believe you me, something very great is going to come out of it. Thank you very, very much for your call. Thank you for your call. Thank you very much. We are going to go to the other line to pick a call to see who is there. The caller on Skype, on WhatsApp, can you hear me, please? The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? I've taken your call. Can you speak, please? Your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, Mazi, I can hear you sound and clear.
Thank you.
I can hear you sound and clear.
Thank you.
Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Mazi, my name is Okivam Chedozie. I am calling from India this morning, Greater Noida.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Go ahead. Yeah, Mazi, I want to clarify to one of our brothers that just called now, citing about the people that I refer them to as the noisy minorities because they are not coordinated, they don't have the strength, they don't have the courage. When you say nothing can break IPO, people seem not to understand it because They don't understand how deep and how coordinated these people are. So when you see a group of people shouting or blabbing, you understand, about the agitation and trying to form a kind of being a sabotage to it, I don't see their strengths. Why? Because
they don't exist. These people do not exist. Anybody can go and open. Facebook is free to open. Anybody can have a platform and then open 50 fake accounts. They will write with one. They will log out. They will go to another one and use it to like and then to comment or to respond. These people don't exist. Go and check their profiles. They don't exist. What I take, I do take offense to the fact that somebody can put the need of his or her, should I say, a business in the north over and above his or her life. That is the only thing I find astonishing. And that is why I no longer cry. When they kill our people in the north, I no longer go in and start mourning for them, because they knew what was coming. They, should I say, were too reluctant to do the needful. And now they're paying with their lives. They've been killing us since 1945. What other incentive do you need that you must come back home and try and build your own nation? I don't know for these people. I don't understand this.
Yes, because I don't know. I see them as a nobody.
They don't exist.
Because listen, I have a lot of them as friends. Yes, I have a lot of them as friends. When you propagate want to propagate about Biafra to some people, but that is not enough, because we understand that they are not coordinated. In whatever you are doing in life, coordination matters. And the coordination of IPOB is what even some of my white friends are afraid of it. You understand? Because listen, some of my friends that are not black, some of them, when I talk about Biafra to them, you understand, initially they were seeing it as something that is not serious. They kind of wonder, how can black people coordinate to that extent? You understand? But to some extent, they started listening to it. And one key point they laid out was that these people didn't just come because someone was pushing them. They come on their own accord. Why? Because they listen to some of us calling Radio Biafra and making points. They understand how valid, how reasonable these people are. They understand that for somebody to sound on a struggle, that means you come on your own accord. You understand? So it's not like something that we just came out to stand and start doing it. Before you started, understand what is on the way. That surely will be saboteurs. It's everywhere in the street. It's anywhere they are fought for independence. That is how it is. I said before that some Americans kill themselves. You understand? Everywhere in the world where they got liberation, that is how it is. So we shouldn't, because of one or two people talking nonsense.
Because of that, we'll then start saying, I don't know why we pay attention to
it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't at all, my dear brother. And thank you very much for that. Everywhere in this life, even during the Second World War, there were traitors in Britain working for Nazi Germany. They were caught, they were tried, they were killed. In France, the same thing. During the French resistance to Nazi rule and occupation, again, Second World War, there were those called the French collaborators, those working with the Vichy regime. For those of you who do not know history, they were caught, they were tried, and they were executed. In the struggle for U.S. independence, there were saboteurs working with the English, with the British. The Americans caught them, especially around Massachusetts. They killed all of them. That is how it's going to be with us as well. Ours will not be an exception. Very soon we'll hunt saboteurs down. Very, very soon, and you will hear it. And then I will make reference to today, and I will tell you I said it. That is going to happen. It will happen. So Sabo is like a disease in the human body. Don't you have bacteria in your body? Don't you have virus in the body? But if you take the virus that is supposed to be in your gut and you put it maybe somewhere in your bloodstream, you get blood poisoning, and if you don't treat it, you will die from it. So evil is always going to be around. Is there no darkness? After daylight, wouldn't there be darkness? There's always evil. in life. So don't expect everybody to be singing and dancing his or her way into Biafra. The devil will go into some people. That is how life works. We will catch them and we'll do. Are they stopping us? We are the most resolute, most formidable, most organized freedom fighting outfit anywhere in the world. And are you not surprised? There is no single politician, none anywhere in the world, that has given a dime to IPOB to go and organize and agitate. Everything we are doing is based on voluntary, and you cannot defeat an army of volunteers. Nowhere, the best and the strongest army in the history of creation are always armies of volunteers. You cannot defeat them. Never. It's never happened before. That is why we are undefeatable. Nobody can. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. I do have a caller on the line who's been waiting very patiently. Please, thank you for that. Give us your name and where you're calling from, please.
Good morning, my able Mazi and Kanu.
Good morning to you.
I am very happy to speak with you today.
Thank you very much. Please.
My name.
Yes, what's your name?
My name is Otiji Eba.
And where are you calling from?
I am here. I'm from Anambra State, reside here.
Where are you calling from?
In Biafra land. I am calling from Spain.
From Spain. Thank you. Please go ahead. Ask your question. Go ahead.
Mazi, I am the one of the Hanko Biafra, and I am warrior of Biafra. I love what you are doing for us. Anybody that don't like head on the war.
Yes.
We, the Biafra, we have been suffering for a long time. Yesterday, doing what I can do to save the life of my generation. The problem of our people is that they don't understand the meaning of freedom. They don't want to fight for their freedom. Some of them want to be a. Our people are suffering. When I was making program, I was talking that is in the British, the development that is in England. They are treating their people. But when you come to our land, in Biafra land, our people are suffering. Children are dying. Children are suffering. Mother, our girls, no man to marry them because our men are running away from going to another places. And when they go to that place, some of them marry from. And our women are in Biafra land. No man want to marry. You go to families, you see 3, 4, 5, 6 girls that you do to marry, but nobody to marry them. Our girls is supposed to come out now and join our mothers to make sure that Biafra come. Nobody is going to run from this restoration of Biafra. Anybody that thinking that is be outside of this struggle, that person is making a mistake of his life, because we the people, we have suffered enough, and we cannot continue to listening to people that the devil have eaten. We cannot do it anymore. Our people are suffering every day, and no.
We are, my dear brother, we are suffering every blessed day, and believe you me, there is nobody, they've not given birth to the beggar, to be honest with you. Forget all these games, or people come and they talk, because we gravitate towards gossip anyways in our nature. But one thing I can say to you is this. Did you see our mothers? I think it was, I saw something that Simon posted yesterday, I think during his one of his live programs, about our mothers. Don't you see what is happening in Biafra land? Every village, every nook, every cranny, everywhere is IPOB, everywhere, I mean everywhere. And even yesterday, which I want posted, please, did you see the convoy of new Janjaweed uniformed men invading Ebony State? They came with their Hummer bus. We saw them, and of course, I'm going to inform the British government about it, and the US government as well, to see what is happening. They are fighting a war in the north, but they are bringing reinforcement into Ebu to help Fulani terrorists to take over our land, and it's not going to happen. Forget about that show, driving in Hummer bus, integrating. That is rubbish. They can only be in the township. If they get into the forest, they will die. If they come and support their terrorist brothers in the forest, they will die there. It doesn't matter how many. Now, let me make this very, very clear to our people so they understand. Sometimes because we broadcast every day and all the rest of it, people don't understand how formidable we are. They don't know how resolute we are. I said it before. You cannot defeat an army of volunteers. It's impossible. This very IPOB, this very family is made up of people that willingly, some should I say, gave their lives, their resources to ensure that Biafra is restored, and that's what we are doing. And as I keep saying, when the time comes, there will be no saboteur. Believe you me, there won't be any. There won't be any. People, you will read about the story. There is something you will tell your children, they will then tell their children. Anybody who tells me that any frontline saboteur will enter Biafra land and their children will go in Biafra, the person is dreaming, is in cloud cuckoo land. It can never happen. God is my witness. Instead of saboteur to live in Biafra land and breathe, let women of Biafra land, let Biafra not come. Because they will all die. All of them. There is no way, there is no way any sabo anywhere in the world can come to Biafra land. It can never ever happen. Not now, not tomorrow. It can never happen. And they know it. That is why they're doing all they can, one or two or three of them, to see if they can stop us, but they can never ever. They can never people who are hungry. How can they stop us? How can hungry people stop us? It's not possible. The caller on the line, please, on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Good morning, my leader.
Good morning to you.
My name is Abai Amok.
Abai, yes, go ahead. We're listening.
Yeah. I thank you so much for what you are doing, and the reason I'm calling is for the recent information we have in Aburiba. One, I want to know because what I saw 2 days ago, I saw these people coming back again to be talking about what you call all Jews or Kanu, coming to brainwash our youth, our people who have already their brain. I saw them yesterday. We nearly fought because of this issue, because I told them that if any election can happen unless fight start, because they bring the courts in Ohafia to Abriba now. I don't know if people are aware. I don't know who consult. And they are recruiting some boys. You know, everybody is hungry. Ojuzo Kanu is now recruiting boys. Everywhere is messed up. So please, I don't even, we nearly fight. I want to know when this will, because I don't know which way. Everybody is confused. All the IPOP in Abriba, we had a talk about this yesterday to stop. I don't know if to stone these people. I don't know. Can we keep silent and watch them?
Yes, you have to, because listen, my dear, everything we do in life is through the power of persuasion, reason, logic, and argument. We win our debate and then we win people over. We're not going to force anybody. We're not going to stop people from following discredited, useless politicians. That is their business if that's what they want to do. We're not going to force any village, any clan, any town to be part of what we're doing in defense of our land. The day they get Fulani Janjaweed in their village and they start beheading and raping their mothers, they'll run and come and look for us. That's how life is. We're not going to force anybody. I don't, listen, this Biafra we are agitating for, this Biafra we pray and fast every blessed day for it to come. I need you to understand this. We are not going to force anybody to do anything. Never. Everything is by persuasion, reason, logic, argument. Because we believe that we possess, should I say, superior facts, data regarding our plight and our condition. And nobody, no sensible being will listen to it and decide not to agitate for Biafra restoration. And that's what we're doing. We're not going to force any. A politician can go and rent a crowd. You're not going to stop people or beat them or whatever. No, not at all. What we're going to do is to keep talking, to keep preaching, to keep persuading people until they see reason. That's something that you need to know. But what we are saying that anybody who engages actively in trying to stop what we are doing by collaborating with the enemy, either to arrest our people or to try to derail this very effort we are making, that person will not live to see Biafra. It's as simple as that. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they do at all. It doesn't matter. Not in any people listen. We are a force to be reckoned with. A very massive force. How many people, you see, when people are hungry in the village, a patient will come and give them bread and give them sardine, give them pure water. People are very hungry. You can rent maybe 500 or 600 people, but any day we come out to march, you see. When we appear, you see, go to an ordinary unit meeting of IPOB, you will see more, I said unit, which is the lowest family meeting we have, a unit. You have more people there than all the politicians in Biafra land can gather together in one place with all their stolen billions. That is the might of who we are and how formidable we are. So we're not going to force anybody to be part of us. It's only through reason, logic, and persuasion. It's as simple as that. Let us go to the line and see who is there. The caller on the line, can you hear me? You're on WhatsApp. Can you hear me, please?
Hello?
Yes, please. Your name and where you're calling from, if you may.
Hello?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Evans Agunanle. I'm calling from California, United States.
From California. Turn your system down. I can hear it in the background. Please turn it down and then you talk to us. Agunanle from California. Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Evans Agunanle and I'm calling from California, United States.
Go ahead.
I hope this is Nnamdi line.
Don't you know my voice? What is wrong with my voice this morning? Don't people understand know my voice anymore?
Yeah. I was listening. I'm sorry. I was listening to your voice on the other side, and I now had my phone picked up.
Yeah, go ahead.
The time. My name is Evans Agunanle. I'm from California. I want us to be
You are not from California. You are living in California. You are living. Americans allowed you to live there. It's not your home. Your home is Biafra land. You are only living in California. Yes. You're not from California. Go ahead, please. You are calling from California. You're not from there. Go ahead.
Yes, I have a house in my father's house.
Thank you.
So, I try to remind us so we will not make the mistake of the Biafran time whereby we were cut off and food, salt, and things that were deficient around us. What plans do we have to step up in our agriculture?
I want you to go to Google and you type in modern ways of farming. Do you know what is a greenhouse? You're in California, so you know what a greenhouse is. I'm even sure. You know, all of you have very big houses. I'm sure you have a greenhouse in your back garden. Yes, is that correct? Where you plant flowers and you know what a greenhouse is. Is that correct? Hello? Do you know what is a greenhouse? You know what is a greenhouse? Hello? No, they can't hear us. They cannot hear us. He was talking about food. And I want him to go and simply Google modern ways of farming. You can grow tomatoes in your living room. You see, in your living room, with ordinary test tube and a gel, you can grow tomatoes, you can grow onions, you can grow food anywhere. And that's what we're going to do. Do you think that the air, land, and sea blockade is going to work again? Of course, it's not going to work, because we are going to be sufficient in everything we need to survive. Everything we need to survive, we're going to be sufficient in it. From the armaments we need to the food we're going to eat, we're going to grow it locally ourselves. And we don't need sunlight to grow food. There are other lights you can use indoors to grow food. So every home in Biafra land will be converted into a greenhouse. And we're going to grow food. Even in our bedrooms, you can grow food in it. In an ordinary basket, you can grow food in it. We are Biafrans. Don't forget, we are blessed. We have the knowledge. We have the technology. We didn't have time to deploy it, 67 to 70. But now we do have the time, space, and wherewithal to do anywhere, anytime to deploy any of these things that will make sure that we survive through the next British-sponsored blockade. But it's not going to happen, because now the world understands that we are in a lot of mess and that Biafrans will need to defend themselves. Let us go back to the line and see who is there. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you're calling from. Your line, I can hear my voice, in which case I will not be able to take your call. Once I hear my voice on the background, I cannot take your call anymore. I understand how difficult it is for some of you, but once I pick up your call and my voice is very loud and in the background, then I will not be able to. I will not be able to. I will not be able. Now, the same, oh my goodness. Our brother rang earlier, and thank you very much for this, Madbugu. Our brother rang earlier and said Igbo people in the north, they have their businesses. I want to read the news for you, please. Bandits kidnap Igbo trader. One order in fresh attack on Katsina community. Are not the same people? You're saying they have their shops. And I didn't finish what I'm saying now. It's been sent to me. It was reported by Sahara reporters. Bandits kidnap Igbo trader. Go and Google it. You have a shop in the north. I said to you that if your stupidity will not get you, Boko Haram or their bandits will get you. If you escape Boko Haram, have you escaped Mieti Yala? If you escape Mieti Yala, have you escaped the bandits? If you escape bandits, have you escaped ISIS in West Africa? If you escape ISIS, have you escaped Ansaru? If you escape Ansaru, have you escaped Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb? People don't reason because they are very foolish. Useless Igbo man in the north with his stupid... They've kidnapped him and he's no longer coming back. They will behead the idiot. I said, I have one shop. Oh, I have a shop in Katsina. Now they've taken him. And you want me to plead and beg or to campaign for him? Of course not. If you want to be useless, you're more than welcome to be useless. That is your cup of tea. That is your prerogative. For us here, our job is to restore Biafra. And in that very Biafra, not everybody will be welcome into it, because Sabo will not have any place in Biafra land. It doesn't matter who you are. You can run your mouth all you like. You can yap all you like. When we brought zoo to its knees, to a standstill, and much less a bunch of baboons somewhere. Do you think they're going to be able to stop us? Of course not. Not ever. We are on WhatsApp. We are also on Skype. Our Skype is IPOB 2020 IPOB 2020 at outlook.com. If you call us there, we will be able to take your call. If you also call us on Skype, on WhatsApp, we can also take your call as well. We are live and we are direct. Bandits kidnap Igbo trader. The same people we are talking about, they've been kidnapped. I have a shop in Katsina. I have a shop in Bagwalada. They've taken the idiot. The caller on the line, please, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me? I'm taking another call. You're not paying attention. The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you're calling from. The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? No, they're not paying attention. I don't know what is going on. The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? No, they cannot. I don't know what is wrong with our lines this morning. Is it the excess calls that are coming in? I don't understand why there is this thing this morning. Calls are hanging. I don't know why. I don't know why. I've taken this very one. I don't know why they're hanging. No, exactly. It's jammed, of course. The lines are jammed. The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me? No, they cannot hear me. And some people, their calls are not taken and they keep calling and calling and calling and calling, and you pick it and ask them to say something, not saying anything. The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me? It keeps saying reconnecting, reconnecting, reconnecting. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? Akujobi from Italy, can you hear me? Good morning to you, please. I'm trying to get you to to be on speaker, but people, and my goodness, this guy should take it easy. The number of calls coming in is just astonishing. I can't even put you on speaker. That is how difficult it is. Unbelievable. I cannot put you on speaker. The caller on the other line, can you hear me, please? The caller on the line, can you hear me? Amazing. What is going on this morning? I have no idea. The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? You see? I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is going on. Something is happening. I don't know what is going on. I don't know. Hello? Oh dear. I have no idea what is happening. I will start blocking people, If your line is not clear and your call has been declined, please stop calling. It means that you're not connecting. It means that where you are, the connectivity is not very good. It is not good this morning. Our connection this morning on the lines are not very good. The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the, oh my goodness, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah.
Please go ahead. Give us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Onajite Higo Roberts.
And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Germany.
From Germany. Please go ahead. Exactly. That's what we're saying. Go ahead.
Mazi,
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know what is going on this morning. I have no idea, to be honest. I have no idea. The caller on the line. No. I am no longer going to take calls on this very line. I don't know what is going on. It is not working as it should. The caller on the line, please, can you hear me? You can hear me, then proceed. Give us your name again and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my name is Onajite Higo Roberts.
Yes, go ahead.
I am an Izon speaking and Urobo speaking Biafra.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Firstly, before I will go ahead, I want to call your attention for a very little thing. The thing is that I want to make a suggestion, or let me call it an advice, that you should not be tired when people call you and they keep on appreciating you, sir. There is a reason for this, because I strongly believe that if you know what you have done to us mentally, you will understand that even we use all the whole day or all the whole call to call and appreciate alone. So, because there is a reason for this. Do you imagine how when someone should go, when someone is blind for over 100 years? In fact, me that I'm speaking with you right now, I was born blind. So when they tell me that an Igbo man is my problem, I believe them because I was blind. I know nothing. But I thank God for I thank Chukwu Okike Abiyama that he brings us IPOB. And we all now can now see that is the wonderful grace, that is the wonderful love. Chukwu Okike Abiyama, Tamono, Ogene, that is the wonderful love he has shown to us. And we won't stop appreciating. But the reason why I actually call is that about the Facebook, because and I thank God because I have been praying that God should make something that will happen, that will make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu take emergency action about Facebook blocking our people, blocking our warriors on the social media. So, and I thank God that the thing has finally happened, because I know that when you have your time, something is going to be done, and I appreciate God for that. So, the reason why I call this morning is to keep on appreciating you, to let you to understand that our people now can now see. We all that went blind, both we that was born blind, we all now can now see. Now, as an Urobo man, as an Izo man, I now see my own flesh and blood as my flesh and blood. I don't see them as how they call them anymore. Igbo man now can now see me as his own flesh and blood. And your explanation about we being linked as your explanation about everybody being Igbo. In fact, it's like that is my best lecture I've ever received. That is my best lecture I've ever received on radio.
Everybody is Igbo. I say it and I don't mince my words. Everybody is Igbo. Everybody is IGBO. I mean everybody. Everybody. Exactly. Everybody is Igbo.
That is, in fact, that is my best lecture I ever received on this platform. Because there are a lot of people who have been asking questions. They have been asking questions about that particular statement. And with facts and figures, with evidence, now we all, it is not what you just come on air and tell us. You tell everybody, if you have brain, research, as you are saying it, as you are broadcasting, you told us to research, and we all made a research, and we can now confirm, the world can now confirm that we are one people. We all are Igbo. We have some the problem with our people, which they did not understand, our coastal Biafran people. The problem that they did not understand is that they did not understand is that Igbo is like the middle of everything. There are some people that are speaking Igbo today, but they did not understand themselves, and they are claiming that they are Igbo. So Igbo is like a central language. It's like a central rope that ties every one of us together. Everybody is linked to Igbo. Everybody is linked to
Let me answer. I want to help you. Just when I want to help you out, I challenge anybody who is from Ngwa, Okwa, for instance. I want you to travel to Eza and tell me that you understand what they're saying, the Igbo they're speaking there. It's a challenge. I challenge anybody who's from Nnewi. I want you to travel to Nsukka and ask them to speak proper Nsukka dialect and tell me if you understand them. I challenge anybody from Agulere, to come to Ibeku. I will speak Ibeku dialect for you, the real Konk Ibeku dialect. I dare you if you understand what I'm saying. These are the things that people don't understand. Our people, I want people to sit down to reason. And somebody just mentioned this morning, what we are doing is we are decolonizing people. People were colonized. Their land was colonized. Their brain was colonized.
We are blind, in fact.
Very blind. What we are doing now is decongesting their brain, decolonizing them. So you can reason and do your own research properly. And my dear brother, let me tell you one thing about this interconnectedness, this one people that we're talking about. Do you know that this star that is on our flag now, that some people, some Satanists, people from the devil are complaining about? Do you know that in Edo, there is a high school in Edo with this same hexagram? People mistake hexagram to be pentagram. So that is why going to school, and when the teacher is teaching you in school, you need to pay attention and listen and take down your notes. Pentagram is 5-sided star. Ours is hexagram. It's not the same thing. Ours is 6. 6. Do you know that this same thing appears in Ngwa High School in Aba, Government College in Owerri? These are schools formed before independence. This school in Edo, I've forgotten the name of the school in Edo, the same star. And do you know the funniest thing? Even in Anambra State Coat of Arms has the same star. And I've been telling people from time that Anambra is the epicenter of everybody. If you're from Izon, if you're from Urobo, you're from Ishekiri, you're Isoko, you're Igede, you're Idoma, you're Igala. All of these people, everybody, our central point is Anambra. People don't understand it. And when we started, having this debate about our new flag, people never, the reason why I love IPOB these days is that I don't even have to say much. And IPOB can do even more research than myself. And they're now teaching me even the things that I never knew before. From the research that IPOB family members are doing, I am even now learning from them. Because they went out and they dug out a lot of historical facts and figures. The one that I'm going to blow their mind with is that if you go to Nsibidi, the same hexagram, this 6-sided star that we have, is in Nsibidi, which is our original language of the Jagan people, how we used to write. This was when Britain hasn't been formed. When England, when the Angles and the Anglo-Saxons from Germany have not come down to England to try to form the English race. We were writing letters, we were writing to each other with Nsibidi. And this side that Nsibidi is this seal of wisdom. People call it the star. It is not the Star of David. They call it the seal of Solomon. When the white man came and discovered it at Aguilera, he called it the seal of Solomon because Solomon is associated with wisdom. The meaning of the 6-sided star is not the Star of David. No. It is called the seal of wisdom. It is a seal given to only races that are intelligent. As intelligent as Solomon. That was why the white man called it the seal of Solomon. They only called it the Star of David in 1948. These are the things that people don't know. I quietly left them for some to wallow in their ignorance. The real name of that very seal, the 6-pointed star, it is called hexagram, and not the Satanist 5-pointed one, is the seal of wisdom. That is why it's called the seal of Solomon, because Solomon is considered as the wisest man in the books. It is the seal of, it is not the Star of David, it is the seal of wisdom. They should go and do their research very well. That is why we are here. And what gives me joy, you said you are Ijo, you are Urobo, how come?
Yeah, my father is partly Izo and part Urobo. So my mother is a pure Urobo woman. But my father, my grandfather
is an Izoman and my grandmother is an Urobo woman.
Wow, complete. In fact, you represent Biafra itself, trying to link everybody together. The only thing that is now left for you is to go to Anambra and marry. Then the whole thing will be complete.
I am married to a boy woman.
It's complete. So now
my wife is from a boy from a son.
You see, your child, the DNA of your child is the personification of what Biafra is all about. It's the purest Biafra. Any offspring you produce, and I pray to Chukwu Kikabiyama, you produce as many as possible. Those children you will have.
And I just have twins.
Oh, hallelujah. Those twins you have, what you need to do is to go and take a sample of their blood and put it somewhere, because they are the perfect. They represent the perfect Biafran gene. That genetic pool that you have in your children is the perfect Biafran genetic pool. And that's how it's supposed to be. There are some things that people don't understand. They think that sometimes language, differences in all, variations in dialects means you're different people. It doesn't mean that at all. And I said to them, you know, people don't reason. You see, the Queen's English that most people speak or admire so much is only spoken within the landed gentry of England. You see, in London, you know, the Queen lives in London. Buckingham Palace is in London. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
Do you know that if you travel from Buckingham Palace in central London to the East End, which is Hackney, to the East End, do you know that the English they speak, they call it Cockney? If they speak Cockney there, believe you me, if you're raised in one of those manors, if you're raised in the shire, so to speak, you will not understand it. The same London, I didn't say outside London, Cockney accent in London itself sounds like a different language altogether. Do you know that they did a movie, Liverpoolians, people from Liverpool, the club that I support, of course, did a movie. They were playing that movie in cinemas in America, and Americans could not understand that. They said to Americans, these are English people. Americans said, no, please put subtitle. You know what is subtitle? So that when they're speaking, they'll be writing at the bottom in English what they're saying. But these are English people. Liverpool is England. But do you know they're called Scousers? Their accent is Scouser. When they speak it, you can't understand it. Now, if you go to Newcastle, the same English language, in Newcastle, they are called the Geordies. They speak a different English altogether from that spoken by the Scousers, from that spoken by the Eastenders, Cockney, from that spoken even by the Queen. These are things that people don't understand. They think that sometimes a slight variation in language means you're different people. No, it doesn't mean that at all.
Mazi, yeah, this is another opportunity for me, because I think this is another special lecture for me. But before I go, if you can permit me, I have a message for my people who are listening to you, wherever they may be or wherever they are. Can I proceed,
of
sir?
Course,
okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, sir. My message for my people, wherever you may be, either you are from Izor, you are from Robo, you are from Isekiri, you are from Isoko, wherever you may come from in the coastal Biafran area. I am telling you this, we all grown up being either a Christian or a Muslim or a traditionalist. We all pass through pastors. We all come across imams. We all come across traditional rulers. But in all these things, we were all blind, which means we don't know the truth. Most of us, especially we in this generation, we were born blind. But do you know what it takes for somebody who was born blind and someone came from nowhere, someone came and opened their eyes, either miraculously, either physically, anyhow, we regain our sight through the gospel and through the truth
to the truth this person is preaching. And now we all gain our sight. If you are from this area, your pastors is unable to free you, or your pastors or your imams were unable to open your eyes for all these years, even that of our fathers. They were unable to open their eyes, and you have somebody, you have only single family, not even somebody, you have a full family who brought back light, who restore your sight for you. And if you go against this person, or you go against this family, means you are going against yourself, your children. You are trying, you are passing a clear message to your children and that of your unborn children, that they should be submissive and they should be slaves to the few political rich ones, or to the few monsters that has imposed themselves on us. That the water, the river where we make toilets, that is the same river we drink from. Everything that we own was taken away from us. And few of these people who are making us to see them as our leader, who are making us to see them as our pastors or our imam, that they are benefiting from this evil. They are suppressing us, giving us every fake information, or giving us every wrong thing to make sure that they continue to suppress us, and their children and their unborn children continue to suppress our unborn children and to rule over our unborn children. So if you know you don't want your children and your children's children to be slaves till eternity, better rise up and join this family wherever you are in the coastal Biafra area. Make sure you join this family. We are there already. If you don't join, you will be left aside. You will be left behind, because people are moving into this family. Don't make yourself available as a saboteur or as an hindrance or as a stone in this struggle. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. And stay where you are. There's something I want to clarify and thank you for your call anyway. Something I want to clarify before I leave you. Not you leaving me, but before I leave you. Now listen. When you want to take something, you have twins. Are they grown up? Are they up to 4 years old?
No, they are 2 years old.
Okay. When they get to up to 4 years old, if you want to take something, let's say your wife, you know women, they love their children. When your wife gives the choice meat or fish to any of your children during dinner, and you see that piece of meat or fish and you like it so much and you want to take it, well, you say to that your child, oh, can you see that fly? You see, if your child is afraid of spider, you say, oh, look at spider on the wall. When your child looks away from her bowl or from her soup, her okazi or a goosey or the caliph, you quietly dip your hand in and take the fish or the meat you like. Is that not true? Is that not what you do?
Exactly.
Now, for somebody to deceive you and take something that belongs to you, they'll first of all point and say, oh, can you look at that thing on the wall? Oh, look at that mango tree. Or look, once you look up, they take that meat and they put it in their mouth and they eat. They used to do it to us when we were small. And I can say to you, I never did it to anybody. But now listen carefully. That was the game that the Fulani Janjaweed played on our people. And we are so stupid we didn't know this. They came. It was Britain that gave them the idea. The best thing for you to do is to always say to them, oh look at Igbo man there. As you're busy looking at Igbo man, they are taking everything you have. They take your land. They kill you. They do everything. They intimidate you. If you ask them, oh, but why are you doing this? Say, look at Igbo man. They look at him. He wants to take your land and build a chemist. Look at him. You look again at the Igbo man and they're taking everything that you have. That was a very clear-cut system perfected by the British. and handed down to the Janjaweed. And that is how they've been flourishing. You can never hold them responsible. If you ask them, why is it that you have only Fulani people in all the positions, key positions in the zoo? They will tell you, oh, because if we are not here, an Igbo man will be here. Do you want an Igbo man to be defense minister? Do you want an Igbo man to be vice president? Hey, you know what will happen? You know the way they are. They are domineering you. They'll take everything from you. Hey, you want Igbo man to be president? Meanwhile, the Fulanis are melting everybody, bleeding all of you dry. Floating 6 terrorist groups, 6. And that is why today, in the coastal region of Biafra, the same toilet, the same river, the same creek that people go to toilet in is where they go to fetch water to drink. If you ask them what is your problem, say, look at Igbo man will soon come. That's what they've been doing. As if they're little children. But today we are wiser. Thanks to people like you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much, my dear brother. We have calls now all over the place. The calls are too plentiful, in fact, the main line itself cannot even work. It's been jammed beyond repair. Jammed beyond repair. Jammed, I'm telling you the truth. I can't even get calls out of it. I can't get calls out of it. That is how serious it is. I want to put it, let me see if I can now. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please?
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, my dear brother. Give us your name.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Charles. I am calling from Onitsha.
From Onitsha.
I'm a Biafra. My name is Charles Obidike.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
I'm calling from Onitsha. Yeah. I was the person that called last time that told you that my father was killed 1966.
Yes.
In the Kanu.
Yes. Within the program.
So yes, within the program like this.
Yes.
And I also told you that this our church member are no longer telling us the truth. Because Jesus said that only the truth will set us free.
Of course.
I want to tell you that since I started listening to you, I'm not an IPO member, and I'm about 60 years of age, but I am a lover of truth. Since 2014, I started listening to you. Everything that you have been telling us is pure truth, and nothing but the truth. So any man that doesn't want to hear from you, or that is still living in the north, thinking that Nigeria will be better tomorrow, I don't see the betterness of it. And above all, you open our brain. You made us to know that the miracle we are praying for every day in the church, asking for God to bring light, to bring water, to bring this, to bring that, they are all in our brain.
Of course,
it's only our government that's supposed to do that.
Yes, of course.
But they are not doing everything. I found out that we keep on renewing our slavery every 4 years.
Yes.
They will tell us, go and vote. Go and vote. They will come to churches and give the pastors, the bishops money. They will tell us your PVC is your power. Once you go and vote, then nothing will be done. Look at Aba, everywhere no road. Look at Onitsha here, everywhere no road. Look at Enugu, no road, no lights. People are suffering. Is that what this is what we have been doing since 1960 till today that I know. Because by 1960 I was about 10 years. And you can imagine today, I was about 7 years or so. You can imagine how many years I am now. So it's all about suffering. So only God, anybody that will say that this Biafra will not come, will never live to see this Biafra with his family in the mighty name of Chukwu.
Ise, my dear brother, Ise, thank you for that. Very, very clear and very, very succinct. Very, very clear. Thank you very, very much for that. Thank you for that very call. I'm even trying to see if I can get some people on the line to see if they can if they can be able to join this program this morning. I am trying the best I can. It's very, very difficult. We have calls from everywhere. Unbelievable. The caller on the line on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Yes, please. Your name and where you're calling from?
Good morning, my leader.
Good morning to you, dear brother.
Yeah, I'm from
Uli. And where are you calling from?
Yes, sir. I'm calling from Botswana.
From Botswana. Do we have an IPOB family in Botswana? Confirm that for me.
No, sir. And that is one of the reasons why I'm.
Then start IPOB family where you are. I'll make you the coordinator of Botswana. Start IPOB family where you are. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, so then Botswana, I use passport to Nigeria.
Zoo. You're using zoo passports in zoo passport in Botswana. Yes, go ahead. Mix what you're saying with a bit of English. I don't care if it is broken. Just mix it up a little bit so that other people who are not Igbo speaking can understand what you're saying. Go ahead. I don't care how good or bad the English is, but just manage it, please. Go ahead.
I think, hello?
Yes, go ahead. We are listening. Go ahead. We are listening. Go ahead.
So last week there was a form they brought to us. They said we should all fill the form. And I will send you the picture on message of the form. So they were asking us to fill the form is to know about Nigerians who are staying in Botswana.
Hi, what is happening to this language? Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
When they send this form, some of our brothers, some Biafrans who are here, they wanted to go ahead to fill the form. Then I have to ask them, guys, you people cannot fill a form which there is no letterhead from the Zoo Federal Republic, and there is no any stamp from the Zoo Embassy, and you people want to go ahead to fill a form.
Nobody should fill. Why are they asking you to fill form for what? Fill form for what?
They said,
go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Go ahead. Fill form for what?
Yeah, so they said it's for because I always tell them that I'm not a Nigerian, I'm a Biafran, but I'm a Biafran. I'm using the zoo passport under. I didn't get a passport because I was forced to use the zoo passport.
Of course.
The zoo where I come from. That is not who I am. Which even here in Botswana, I do tell the police that I'm not a Nigerian.
Yes.
That I'm a Biafran. But what I'm using it by force. I was forced to use it.
And stay where you are. Stay where you are on this passport issue, because some of these people who are not well educated in the zoo, some of these very backward monkeys that call themselves Nigerians. But which passport are you using? And I asked them a simple question. Which passport was Azikiwe, Awolowo, Ahmadu Bello, and Tafawa Balewa using before 1960? They traveled abroad. They went to Lancaster. They went everywhere else. Which passport were they using? You know, the thing about education in the zoo is I feel sorry for people. Education is supposed to radicalize your thinking. That is why anytime you see people go into university, you see them lean to the left. They're always very radical. They want to change the system. Because their brain, it is the duty of the lecturers in the universities abroad, where I went to in England, to put fire in your brain. So that thing is not that they're training you to become a rebel. They want you they want to radicalize your thinking, so that you cannot see anything as being impossible. So to drive away primitive superstition. I'm asking those people. You always ask Biafrans and IPOB family, you always ask IPOB because IPOB means the whole of Biafra. You always ask IPOB and it's just, oh, we're using Nigerian passport. You're using Nigerian passport. Why? Why don't you drop it? I say, because you're a fool. Let me ask you again. Before George Washington got independence for America today, the mightiest country in the whole world, who was he? Before Zoo became independent in 1960, Awolowo traveled abroad. Zeke traveled abroad. Zeke was in exile in Ghana and in many other places. Let me ask you again, you uneducated moron from the Zoo, can you tell me which passport Awolowo traveled with? Did that stop Awolowo from campaigning for the Zoo to be independent from Britain? They can't answer because they are foolish. You see, when you debate with a zoo animal, what you're getting is a specimen of idiocy. People who are born stupid, people who are born daft. They never make any reference in life. Let me ask you again, before you wake up the next day to go and ask somebody, oh, but you're using a Nigerian flag, your Nigerian passport, your passport is Nigeria, it's not Biafra. Let me ask you, when Awolowo was fighting for independence away from Britain, Awolowo was fighting for independence. Which passport did Awolowo, which document did he use to travel abroad? Because some of you are daft. So I will give you the answer. The answer is a British travel document. But that did not stop Awolowo from campaigning for the zoo to be free from Britain. Hey, zoo and their education system. I don't blame, I blame the education system in the zoo. I don't blame people. I don't blame people. Let me see if I can read this very message. Somebody said it's from around this world. His name is Emeka Okafor. He's based in Ogun State. I've been trying to reach you. My calls are clashing. I'm IPOB. I'm a 23 years old boy. Now, what is he trying to say? My contribution I'm about to make now, I'm emphasizing that on our new flag, that some ignorant people are complaining about Israel. People are that Israel adopted the Star of David in their flag, whilst Britain created the so-called protection named Zoo in 1914 and put the Star of David as they did because yes, your point being, I suggest that let's leave them on their foolishness and let's forge ahead. No, we are going to educate our people. We are going to educate our people so they understand. That is not the star, or what you're looking at on the Biafran flag is not the Star of David. What you're looking at is the seal of wisdom, the seal of Solomon. Our people will need to understand this. Listen. Our own star was discovered before 1914, as a matter of fact, but formally adopted or incorporated into the zoo flag in 1917. What I'm trying to say to people is that when it was discovered, it wasn't called the Star of David. It was called because the white man knew that the hexagram is associated with very intelligent traits. That is a lecture that I want to give, but I don't think that the brain of our people can absorb it because it's too deep. I will wait until Biafra is restored and I'll give you the lecture, because if I give it to you now, some people will go mad about who we are and where we come from. Why in Ibeku, where I come from, if you ask an Ibeku person, where do you come from, they will say, we descended from heaven. People don't understand who we are. Our heritage, our history is so deep that if I reveal it now, believe you me, they will all gang up and start killing every Biafran wherever you are. You will turn them into, let me put it to you this way. What Britain is doing with the help of the Fulani is what Herod did when they say that a star had been born. Remember the 3 wise men from the east that followed that star to go to Bethlehem. And Herod said, kill every child under the age of 2. I don't care who. If I reveal to you what we know about our people, and that is why sometimes they say we speak with so much arrogance and so much pride. We have to speak the way we do because we are special. There is no other like us. We are too special. Way too special. That is why we inhabit the center of the world. That is why in Biafra land is the very center, epicenter of this very earth that you inhabit. We are too special. If I tell you how, that was what Britain saw and said we must destroy them. I read a comment now on Facebook, one of our brothers saying, he is Igbo, he's Igbo. And somebody is telling him that an Igbo man is his problem. You don't understand. Ask yourself the reason why. People, when they go out and they meet you and they want to deceive you, they say, Igbo man is your problem. Ask yourself that question. Do you think they just plotted out of thin air? Do you think it's just because we are successful, because we are blessed? No. There is a reason, there is a demonic reason behind it. They are saying it to you because they know, as they have now discovered even in the Middle Belt and everywhere else, only an Igbo man-led agitation can save you. If you like, we'll collapse IPOB and wait for 10 more years. Fulani will sweep everywhere. They will conquer all of you. They will take you over. I want you to go and study the history of the Caribbean. Study the history of the independence movement in Haiti, in Jamaica, in all those places that our people were taken to. They will tell you, I'm not boasting, I'm just being honest with you. There is nothing envy can do. You can be as envious and eat your own flesh. You can eat your own flesh, I don't care. If you go to Haiti, Igbo man set them free. Jamaica, the same. In every Caribbean country, go and check. Do your history. Go back and research, you will see it. The frontline activists of Black America, civil rights activists, all of them, go and check them. They are of Igbo descendancy. Go and check. Do you know why? Because an Igbo man hates injustice. It's in their DNA. I've said this thing to you before. I want you now to travel go and bring any friend of yours. Be there be white, pink, yellow. Take anybody to your village. Don't tell your villagers that this very person is your friend. Two of you should pretend you're fighting. Come to the village square and pretend you're fighting. Go and bring your brothers to be beating this very person who doesn't speak your local language. Pretend you're beating him and let him or her be crying. I can assure you, before you get 2 or 3 people come there, the first question they will ask you, this person you're beating, what did he do to you? That is how special we are. And it pains me that our people don't know who they are. When you are beating, I'm telling you the truth, if I take somebody to Isiama Faruku now, a total stranger, and I start to beat that very person, somebody from my compound will come out and ask me, this man you're beating, what? The first question you will hear is, what did he do to you? And we are the only people in the world that does that. No other race can do it. No other. Do you know where that came from? It came from live and let live, which I will translate for you in Igbo language to understand it. This is the motto of the ancients, which means that the way that Biafra land is structured, it is based on equity and justice, a balance of nature. Live and let live, which means we recognize that ego is the king of the birds. But even at that, a kite must perch beside the eagle. Do you know what that means? That everybody is equal. It doesn't matter your position in society. I want people to understand who they are, for you to understand that inside us is democracy, inside us is justice, inside us is fairness. We don't even need a constitution to put it down. We don't need to write it down on a tablet of stone. We don't need to put it on a piece of paper. We embody justice itself. That is who we are. Some of you don't know this. A simple experiment. Take a stranger to your village. Pretend you're beating that stranger in the market square. Just come out. The first person to pass by will ask you, that man you're beating, what did that man do to you? There was a lecture I gave on Radio Biafra in 2012, 2013. And it was somebody called Radio Biafra and was talking about asylum. I said, do you know Biafran people started asylum before, and you see all this asylum we have today, asylum. I want you to understand that we are the embodiment of godliness. That is why most of the world don't want us to stand, because we are the image of God itself. And I'll prove it to you. Do you know the asylum that people talk about every day? Well, if you run to UK, you can seek asylum, because there's a law in England that if you're fleeing persecution, once your leg, that is why I said that ordinarily speaking, the English people, they are good. I'm being honest with you. It is those who work in their foreign and commonwealth office that are satanic. An average, you see, England is just like Igbo land in a way. They love justice. Do you know there was a law passed in England in nearly 400 years ago that if you're fleeing persecution and your leg touches England, that you're a free man? It's a law in England. Now, let me tell you where asylum started, and that we have asylum in our DNA. Nobody needs to teach me about asylum and human rights. You cannot teach Biafrans human rights, because in everything we do, in our conduct, in our character, we embody human rights. Do you know how it started? When you are small, some of us that grew up in the village, I feel sorry for those of you that grew up in township, because you never experienced this. In those days, when you go and play football, past 6, what you're supposed to do, you didn't do it. And you come back, and your mom is chasing you to beat you. And you run to your uncle next door, or you run to your aunt next door. Your mom is way older than a little girl, or you see a little girl. Let's say your mom is 40 years old, beating you as a child of maybe 9 or 10 or 15 or 20, as the case may be. You are, because when you're up to 20, you've gone to boarding school, so she'll be talking to you with a little bit of love and respect, you know, our mothers. But when you're about 13, 14 and still very stubborn, you go to play football, you come back very late, and your mom is chasing you to beat you. Your mom is maybe around 35 to 40 years old. And you run to a girl. You run to a girl who is 15 years old, or to a woman, or to a boy, and you hold them by the waist. Your mom is chasing you to beat you. Your mom is very old. And you run and you hold somebody by the waist to save you. Basically, you're seeking asylum. Do you know that your mother can never touch you again? No matter how small that person is, as once you have run to that person and you hold them, your mother can never ever touch you. Once they're chasing you and you run into the compound, the next compound of your uncle, that's the end of it. Your mom can never touch you. You know what happens? After about 30 minutes, that's your aunt or your uncle will talk to you, and then they will bring you back to your compound and then say to your mom, don't touch him. And your mom will say, if not for your uncle. That is asylum. that your mom was chasing you. You went and you sought asylum in your uncle's house. In the evening, that your uncle will now bring you, or should I say later on, your uncle will bring you back and say to your mom, warn her, don't touch him, and that's the end of it. Do you know that you can run to somebody who is a little baby, yet an adult chasing you can never beat you? That is who we are. That is our people for you. That is Biafra for you, that most people don't understand. That is why they tell you to avoid an Igbo man, because they know an Igbo man is the only one who can save you. Being envious will not solve your problem. It won't solve it. That's who we are. Ancient people, blessed by God himself. That is why they don't like us. But we don't care because we are going home. The caller on the line, can you hear me? This is Radio Biafra. We are live and direct. Give me your name, where you're calling from, and your question, please. Can you hear me? Yes, please. Yes, my dear brother.
I can hear. Good morning from South Africa.
From South Africa. Thank you very much.
My name is Mazi Etelbert.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mazi, I'm very, very happy to meet you online today. May Shukwu bless you.
Bless you too. Yes, sir.
I thank you for all
yes,
I've been doing for our people, and I bless God for that.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Mazi, we have a very, very big problem that might escalate anytime in this very South Africa. I know nobody is able to tell you that we are having a very big problem. But
there is no problem. Hold on. There is no problem. I have instructed the head of DOS, Mazi Chike, to issue a memo regarding South Africa, and that is final. And thank you very much for your call. I want to use this very opportunity to say that anytime there are changes or structural reforms within IPOB family structure, a memo will be issued, signed by Mazi Chike, our head of Directorate of State. And that is final. Anytime anything is put down on IPOB memo from DOS, that decision is final and irreversible. Anybody going against it will be expelled from IPOB regardless of who you are. Once a memo has been issued, signed by Mazi Chike, it is final, irreversible. Any person talking rubbish against it is gone and gone for good. We must understand this. Every position we occupy is temporary. And we serve at the grace and will of our people. We must understand this very carefully. Anybody who, if you have served us and we say, thank you very much for your service, we need to change, you must leave your position and allow somebody else to do that very job. Regarding South Africa, I don't want you to go too much live on air. I can assure you that before the end of this program or before the end of this evening, a memo will be issued by the DOS. And that memo is final regarding South Africa. Please go ahead.
Okay, Mazi, we'll be expecting that very soon because I'm that you knows about it, and we are waiting. We are hoping to get a very fruitful result. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I had to preempt him. Thank you very, very much for that. We must understand this. Not every time we see any little shake-up or misunderstanding and we say, oh, the world is coming to an end, it doesn't work. We are human beings. People are bound to, even husband and wife, they quarrel. Parents quarrel. So it is not, or have misunderstanding, let me put it that way. So we are human beings and we are bound to have misunderstandings and, a few ego issues within family hierarchy. We resolve them. It is not out of hatred or anything. We just resolve them and move on. Because in Biafra land, you see this IPOB, you will go into Biafra as one. But once inside Biafra, some will leave and go and form other political parties. People will form parties. People that I'm talking to today, eating with and dining with and running IPOB with, Maybe ideologically, we are different. But the issue of Biafra restoration, we are one family. But after Biafra has been restored, people may decide to go into the party of the left or to the right, or maybe prefer to be in the middle. And that's how it is. That's how life is. So I don't want us to, anytime we have a misunderstanding between family members, we think it's the end of the world. No, it is not. Because we are human beings. We are about, you even quarrel with yourself when you're alone in a room, talk less of when there's somebody else there. Have you noticed that anywhere you have two people in the world, even if they're the best of lovers, one day they will quarrel? Albeit even to test how quarreling or maybe how making up, sometimes making up is very sweet to see how they can make up and, be one again. So there are bound to be these issues. It doesn't mean the end of the world or the end of that IPOB family. That is just how life is. Please, you must understand that very well. You must understand. We are live and we are direct and the whole world is listening. We are lecturing humanity as to who we are. We are a very special race. Special to the core. If you are a Biafran, you should go down on your knees and thank Elohim for making you a Biafran. It's a special, not everybody can be a Biafran. Nobody needs to be a Biafran. Oh my goodness, you don't know. The caller on the line, can you hear me please? Your name and where you're calling us from, if you may.
Yes, my supreme leader, my name is Aguchi Wemeka. I'm calling from Belgium.
Thank you very much. Please, I beg of you, don't call me supreme leader because a lot of people misunderstand it. Somebody wrote to me and said to me that I'm taking away God's glory from God. I said, heaven forbid, I can never do that. And I asked him why. He said, because I use the title supreme. And I said, please, okay, if that is what God told you in your dreams, who am I to argue with you? I don't use the title. I never asked anybody to give me that very title. And please.
My director, I make the choice. It's my personal option. And we are the one that choose to call you that. And nobody, you did not ask us to call it, sir.
Thank you. Please
good morning. I want to really appreciate what you are doing for us. And I want to also confess that although I've been listening to, I've been a member.
Hey, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on?
I stopped contributing to this struggle for some time now.
Why? Why did you stop?
I stopped contributing to this struggle for some time, and I want to really confess that I'm very sorry for that. I want to also ask for how I can contribute.
And where are you based? Where are you based?
So I want to have a maybe bank account.
Which country are you in?
I'm based in Belgium.
You're in Belgium. There is IPOB family.
Belgium.
Yes, there is IPOB family in Belgium.
Yeah, we have a strong family in Belgium. Yeah,
go and
been able to go between them because I've been sick for some time now. So
go and join them. Go and join them. Go and join them.
I'm a member.
Okay. Go and contribute to via them, please. Go and yes, please. Okay. Go and go and please do that. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much, my dear brother. He was part of us before and then he fell off and stopped contributing because people said to them, oh, don't contribute. But somebody asking you not to contribute towards IPOB, he's paying tax to a foreign land. He's going to work. Somebody is in America or in Europe asking you not to contribute to IPOB, but he's in wherever he is, maybe in Belgium, paying tax to Belgian government to build roads, schools, and hospitals for Belgian people. But to save himself, somebody said, oh, don't save yourself. You remember that thing I told you? Hey, look at Anibo Mano. Now they have come with something with IPOB. Oh, avoid IPOB. He's a terrorist. Don't go there. Oh, don't go. Because they know only IPOB can save you. The same thing they did with Igbo man. Don't go to because an Igbo man, forgetting that only an Igbo man can save them. Today, the Janjaweed are everywhere rampaging. Who is saving? Who is not saving them, if not us? The caller on the line who's been trying for a very long time, give us your name and where you're calling from, please. The line was very, very loud and very busy. Very loud and busy. Let's take this very call. The caller on the line, please, can you hear me? Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Mazi, good morning. My name is Peter Okudeluchukwu, calling from Padova, Italy.
Please go ahead.
Mazi, I want to thank you and I want to congratulate you for the good works you have been doing for us. And as well, we are looking onto the opening of the world, so you can come to pay us a visit here in Italy. We are missing you. We are missing you.
I owe Italy a visit and I'll be there. I'll be in Italy. I owe Italy a visit and I'll be there.
Okay, that is nice. Thank you very much, Mazi.
Thank you.
And Mazi, I want to bring to the attention of our religious leaders in Biafra land, and of how they are keeping quiet, they are keeping mute over the killing of the people. And I want to ask them, as the saboteurs like Nyawodo and Co, as they are grooming more saboteurs in our land, and these people are keeping quiet, the religious leaders, they are keeping quiet while the younger generations are being slaughtered by these Fulani jihadi terrorists. Now, who will take over after they have lived and gone? All these works of Elohim, the claim that they are doing, who will take over those works? Like me, I once had my younger one in the seminary school at that was this Sabatata State, and later he said he doesn't want to continue with it. Okay, and I'm asking these people who are keeping mute over the killing, let them, instead of them to rise up and speak for the people. It's like last year's election, the zoo election, or the whole killing and everything. After money has been given to them, they came out to say that they are being pressurized by the people who pressurized them to come and congratulate the Jubril in Asorok that they won election, while their own people are being slaughtered day and night.
Thank you, my brother. Stay where you are. You've raised a very important point. I never wanted to talk about this, but we will this morning. About those very corrupt traditional rulers that disgraced their throne, their clan, their village, to go to Asorok following an errand boy. Atoeze is an errand boy of the Janjaweed. Anybody can be in that position. As you are now, as handsome as you are, I can assure you now, if you put tattoo on your biceps, the way you're looking, and you go to Abuja now, you pull your trouser down a bit, Alhaji will approach you. And once they take you to Sokoto, to Kaduna, and they pull down your boxer shorts and they razzle you in all those places, they give you contracts, they give you oil block, they make you an Igbo millionaire. And maybe if you're unlucky, they convert you to Islam and you become an Igbo leader. That's how these idiots came up. When we are small, we are growing up. If you go and bring money that your parents don't know about, they will beat the living daylight out of you and ask you to return that money to whoever you borrowed it from. These days, any idiot can make money from the Janjaweed anyhow and come back and be talking rubbish. They say he made money. He's Osubondu. Now, let me answer your question directly. They are breeding saboteurs every blessed day. Not the type of, not baby saboteur with feeding bottle or online with 54 fake accounts. That's rubbish. These are irrelevant, inconsequential idiots. I'm talking about the people that occupy traditional streams in our land. They are misbehaving because in your job for women, that is why I don't believe in all this Omenala rubbish, because they don't know our culture. They don't know what Omenala means. There is something called Ordinala. the way of life of the people, and the menala, which is practice. You know, the thing is that sometimes we try to educate our people, and I pray and hope that they do reason and understand. A menala is very bad because anything can be a menala, like Hashobi. We borrowed. Before, where we come from, there's nothing like, hey, one, you go and marry your wife around 4 or 5 in the evening, and before 12 midnight, you are in your home. In the olden days, when you go to, I'm digressing a bit, but I'm trying to make a point. In the olden days, when you go to marry a lady, that lady leaving her house that night, she'll be crying because she knows she's no longer going back there. But in this very age of divorce and separation, they start dancing from 12 o'clock in the afternoon because she knows if something happens, if I don't like what I'm seeing, I'm coming back. But in the olden days, when a woman is getting married, she's crying because she knows it's for better, for worse. She's not coming back. Very rarely do you hear about divorce or coming back. Why am I saying this? Because now, the men are now, that anything goes. Once you go to marry now, the DJ will start playing music. She'll change into 8 or 9 different outfits before 7 in the evening. And after 2-3 years, you hear that they're divorced. People don't know about culture. They don't know nothing. Now, our Omenala now is used to be wearing a shibi. It is now called Omenala. Because people don't understand that in your job for Omenala, if we allow these traitors, these traditional traitors, to continue the way they are. Because as I saying, where we come from, immediately now, if you don't know how, if you look at your fathers and they're all useless, they're all saboteurs all over the place, you learn to be a saboteur, you grow up to be a saboteur. People don't know what informed what I do till today. I was in my house when MPN came to bribe my father to stop supporting Zimbabwe. And said anything you like, we'll give to you. Wakamokoro came to say anything you like, we'll give to you. My father said no. That every other major tribe produced ahead of somebody contesting, that he will support Azikiwe and Mbakwe. And I learned something from it. To be resolute, it doesn't matter how much money people bring to you, you must be strong and very resolute in your belief. These days, there is now a menala. For somebody to go and betray his people is now, as long as you come back with money, it's okay. We campaign for Jews or Kalu to come out, no doubt about that. I'm not disputing that because he's an Igbo man. We have to campaign for him to come out. But look at the politics they're playing. Politics of betrayal. The politics of betraying your people. That's what all that matters to them is let them get into office and still. We are back. They can't stop us. If you cut us off 10,000 times, I will return 10,000 times. I will preach the gospel that Elohim has given me to preach in truth and in everyone. I just had a sip of water. We are live. Tell them we are live on Facebook on my page. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are live on my Facebook page. 400,000 followers, which is nothing anyway. But that's what Facebook allowed me to have. That's the original one, the original page they can find me. My goodness.
We are back on my Facebook page to preach the gospel of heaven. I am here. David Nnamdi, I'm here. Ebube Chukwuzo Favor, I'm here. Kelechi Uchenna Nwobu. We are live and direct. I want to preach a gospel this evening that Elohim asked me to preach about the Yoruba race, so that they may come.
People ask questions and all this of it. I lost it out because we are going to answer each and every question. But what I'm asking you to do is open your brain as well to receive the information you're getting. Interrogate it and question it. Thank you, my dear brother, for calling. Thank you for your call. We are live and we are direct. I don't even know where our legs from this line is just completely jammed. Nothing is happening there. Let's take this call, please. The caller on the line, please. Can you hear me? Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Good morning, my dear. My name is Odini Baku. I'm calling you from New Delhi, India.
India, please go ahead. The world is listening. Go ahead.
Okay, my dear. I want to get to the point. Our people has been calling on the phone asking you, are we going to start killing these people? Are we going to start killing these set of people? And I will tell them that they should stop asking those questions because everybody's.
They were singing out, holy, 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 my word, please another Savior. Holy, 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 my word, please another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, it's another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafra to victory. In your magic, I pick a cup and I'm low. Hey, I don't make a Mazi before. One more. It's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing along. Holy, 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 holy. Nnamdi Kanu. It's another Savior. When I'm singing along. Holy, 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 holy. Nnamdi Kanu. It's another Savior. When I sing along. Holy, 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 holy. It's another Savior. Getting with you right and getting with you fast and now. Holy, 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 holy. It's another Savior. Holy, holy, getting with you right and getting with you fast and freedom. It's another Savior. Yeah, for freedom. Holy, 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 holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Elohim. Othman and Fodio, whose grandson was Ahmad Bello. I want to tell you why Fulani hates our people so much. I want to tell you why Fulani want to take over Delta State. I want to tell you why they are in Opanam, which the Obi of Opanam or the traditional ruler in Opanam did not see. I want to teach him tonight what he never knew. The all-conquering Fulani man that came from Futajalon
He was actually born in Gobe. His name is Otman Danfodio, the man that said he would dip the Quran in the Atlantic. He, first of all, I will tell you what the history book says about him. I'll read. Following a jihad led by Uthman Danfodio and a rapid consolidation of the Hausa city-states of contemporary northern Nigeria, the Fulani Sokoto Caliphate invaded and annexed the Biafra Nupe kingdom. Nupe were ancient people. Fulani swallowed them. Listen, all of you talking about one Nigeria, you are preparing your own death. Go and dig your grave because Fulani is coming. The more you say one Nigeria, please God be digging your grave. Because all of you be swallowed up. Now listen. They have cut us now. They have left us at about 7.6K. We will continue. If you like, if the only one person left, I will preach. They invaded and took over Nupe Kingdom. They now started to advance southwards into Oyo lands. Shortly afterwards, the Fulani army overran Yoruba military capital in Ilorin. You know, Yoruba eras never loved it over. They never talk about Ilorin. They don't like it. And that's how to kill them. Anywhere you see a Yoruba era writing rubbish, simply go and take the history of Ilorin and dump it on the thread. They'll disappear. You know, they are masters at deflection. If you write something down, they will never debate you on that thing. They say, oh, but people run to Ivory Coast. If you're stupid, you follow them. Ignore them. Bring them back to the subject matter. If they refuse, after 2 attempts, you give them Ilorin. Everything they say, you remind them of Ilorin. Ilorin was the military capital of Yoruba people. We are the area on Okakan for wars, Afonja. Their overall field marshal. It was overrun by the Fulani. They overran it. After they took Nupe, the same thing they're not doing to us. Can you see what they're doing? The same pattern. They have the same strategy. The same pattern. It never changes. But my only happiness now is we are everywhere. The world is watching. They are pretending they don't know. I know that the British High Commissioner is covering up for the Fulanis as best as possible. The US ambassador is doing her best to cover up all the atrocities. We are waiting for them to start. We are in our land and they came, so we're waiting for them to start. Once they start and we unleash our own madness, nobody will now say that, oh, but the Nigerians now they are free to travel to anywhere. Are you following? Now listen. They overran the Yoruba military capital of Ilorin, and then they sacked Fulani. Yoruba, why are you following Fulani? Look at what they did to you. Why are you following them? They destroyed Oyo Ile. Fulani destroyed Oyo Ile. Today, Yoruba is following Fulani, and I'm asking why. Why, Yoruba? Why? Oyo Ile, which was the royal seat of the Oyo Empire, the great Oyo Empire. Their royal seat was at Oyo Ile. Do you know the Fulani sacked them and killed them? Today, Yoruba is serving Fulani. Hey, unbelievable. Following this, Fulani so much dealt with Yoruba that Yoruba abandoned Oyo Ile and they ran south. In other words, the Fulani have been chasing Yoruba into. Hey, history is very good. They have been chasing Yoruba. They sacked them. Yoruba abandoned Oyo Ile. They ran. Yoruba ran away from Oyo Ile. They ran inside. They ran. Hey, they abandoned their city. Yoruba abandoned their city and retreated southwards into the city of Oyo. Then it was then known as Agodi Oyo or Oyo Atiba. In a forest, they ran into the bush because the horses cannot come into the bush to hunt them down and kill them. Yoruba ran into the bush when the Fulanis came. Do you see why they want Biafra to be conquered as well? So instead of Yoruba to help to fight Fulani, Yoruba is helping Fulani to conquer other people because they are angry that they were conquered by the Fulanis. Hey, Eligwe, they give me a message and I give to you. I want Yoruba to wake up. I say everything I say so that Yoruba can wake up. If you're angry, you wake up. Just wake up and do something. Look at how Fulani disgraced. Look at how Fulani humiliated you. Chased you from one capital to the other. Anywhere you are, Fulani will be chasing you. And today you're serving Fulani because of presidents, ordinary presidents. Hey, ordinary presidents. Oh, Fulani chased Yoruba into the forest. Oh. Hey, oh, man. Yoruba took carried their over and the royals took into the forest. They ran into the forest. Oh, you and the ladies are also different people from Elagde. These are different nations bound together by through war and conquest. Yoruba was never one nation before. I never wanted to preach this, but I had to preach it because they believe in dividing people. You come to Igbo land and you know it's Igbo. Every Igbo, you have Wike, you have Peter Odele, you have Chibika Amechi. You know these are Igbo names. You know these are Igbo people. But out of spite and wickedness, you want to divide us. You go to